Dear students, how are you? I hope you are keeping safe and sound. I am also fine. Today I am here. I am Azizur Rahman, Assistant Teacher, English, Alipur Union Secondary School, Alipur Shatkira. Dear students, today I am going to take English second paper for class 8, though they have no separate paper, because second paper and first paper are congested or amalgamated into one paper, only English. And for this purpose, I am here to take a grammatical item, that means punctuation marks. Punctuation marks and capitalization. Dear students, you know that 124th instant from 6 to class 8, class 10, all kinds of classes are getting preparation for setting for the examination, and that's why you should practice hard, and we are the teachers trying our level best to overcome the obstacle on account of COVID-19 all over the world. For the last 1.5 years, all the educational institutions remain closed for this purpose, and the present moment or the present situation is somewhat favorable to us, and that's why all the educational institutions are open now, and all kinds of classes such as 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 regularly attend their class step by step, and we are teachers taking regularly video class, and I hope you are benefited, you will be benefited if you watch our class regularly staying at home. Dear students, I will not lengthen my introduction. I must go to the point. Dear students, capitalization. Capitalization means where the letter is in capital form. At first, we have to remember that when the sentence starts at first, we must write capital letter for the first word. Dear students, now I am going to give an example on the whiteboard. Follow me. Suppose he reads a book. He reads a book. Dear learner, look at the subject he. The sentence starts with the subject he. As the sentence starts with the subject he, that's why we must write capital letter H, because the sentence starts with the first letter of subject. Then we must write capital letter of the beginning of the sentence. Dear students, this is one rule. And second rule, proper noun. Proper noun. Proper noun means it's a kind of noun of a specific name of anything, such as Rahim, it's the name of a boy, and any kind of a specific name, such as Alipur, such as Dhaka, Meghna, the Quran, etc. These are the proper nouns. Suppose Rahim I know Rahim. Dear learner, I know Rahim. Rahim the first letter are in capital form because Rahim is a proper noun. Proper noun. Where proper noun sits, it's not a matter. Proper noun starts with capital letter. Okay, dear students, you must mind it. And next, subject I. Subject I. I is a subject, and when we write any sentence or greater sentence, we have to write I if it is subject in capital form, such as if you come here, I will contact you. Okay, if you come here, I will contact you. Dear students, it is not the beginning of the sentence, it's a clause. And the sentence is, if you come here, I will contact you. It's a sentence, it's a greater sentence. There are two parts of this sentence. This is a complex sentence, and complex sentence has two parts. One is principal clause and the other is subordinate clause. But the principal clause starts with the subject I. So we must remember, if the subject is I, it must be in capital form. Okay, dear learner, this is the another kind of rule of capitalization. Dear students, our next rule is inverted comma, or that means reported speech. Reported speech starts always capital letter, with capital letter. Such as he said, they will come. Dear students, he said they will come. It is reporting verb. Reporting verb, and this is reported speech. Reported speech. These are direct narration, as usual. Reported speech, and reported speech starts with the subject there, and the first letter of the subject must be in capital letter in case of reported speech. Okay, dear learner, this is another type of grammatical rule of capitalization. Our next rule is abbreviation. Abbreviation. Abbreviation means contraction form of word. Contraction form of long word, such as BA. BA means Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor of Arts. We must write BA, B full stop, A full stop, BA. In such a way, every abbreviation word or letter we must put capital letter, B capital, L capital. Every word of abbreviation word, every word should be in capital letter. Dear students, our next rule is the name of creator and its pronoun. Creator means Allah, God, etc. Such as we should believe in Allah. We should believe in Allah. Allah is the creator of the universe, and that's why we must write the first letter of Allah in capital form. And its pronoun must be in capital letter, such as Allah will demolish everything according to his will. Dear students, look at the sentence. Allah will demolish everything according to his will. Please, dear students, notice the pronoun his. His is a pronoun. But normally, if we want to write any kind of sentence and if we use any pronoun instead of noun, then we may use in a small letter. But in this area, Allah is a name of creator, and that's why his pronoun must be written in capital letter. Okay, dear students, so his is a pronoun of Allah, and that's why he is capital. Dear students, these are common or basic rules of putting capitalization. Dear students, now we are going to learn punctuation marks. There are so many punctuation marks, such as full stop, comma, interrogation mark, inverted comma, exclamation mark, or inverted semicolon, colon, apostrophe. So many punctuation marks in English grammar, and today we are going to learn some of them. Dear students, at first we will learn full stop. Full stop. Full stop. Generally, we use full stop at the end of the sentence, and there are three sentences in English grammar where we use full stop at the end of the sentence. How many sentences? Three sentences. We know that according to definition, there are 5 kinds of sentences, such as assertive, interrogative, imperative, optative, and exclamatory. And among them, only 3 sentences take full stop at the end of the sentence, such as 1. Assertive sentence. Assertive sentence. 2. Imperative sentence. 3. Optative sentence. Optative sentence. There are 3 sentences in English grammar that take full stop at their end. But how can we able to recognize this type of 3 sentences? There are some characteristics of this type of sentence, such as assertive sentence: subject plus verb plus object or extension. Imperative sentence. Generally, imperative sentence starts with verb or let. There is no subject here because, and this sentence implies or indicates order, advice, request, command, etc. And this sentence starts with the main verb. There is no subject because subject is hidden in this sentence, such as verb plus object or extension. The students, optative sentence. We know that optative sentence indicates a prayer or will, etc. And this sentence starts with may or long, such as may plus subject plus verb plus object or extension. There is one, and there is another type of character, such as characteristics, such as long plus verb plus subject plus object or extension. Dear students, these are the main characteristics of these three types of sentence. Now I am going to give three examples of these three sentences. First of all, on he is drawing a picture. He is drawing a picture. This is the example of assertive sentence, because in this sentence there is a subject and verb and a picture. It's an object. So it is the characteristics of assertive sentence. So at the end of the sentence we must put full stop. If we do not full stop at the end of the assertive sentence, the sentence may be mistake for not giving full stop at its end. Dear students, now optative sentence, imperative sentence 2. Please help me. Please help me. Dear students, please, it's an adverb, and we know that sometimes we notice that in imperative sentence there are so many adverbs such as please, always, never, etc. Long, it's adverb, and if adverb sits in imperative sentence, it usually sits before the verb. As usual, please is adverb, and that's why it sits before the verb here. So this is imperative sentence, and at the end of the sentence we must keep or we must put full stop. This is the example of imperative sentence. And last of all, optative sentence. I am giving an example of it, such as may God bless you. May God bless you. Dear students, this is example of optative sentence, because optative sentence starts with the structure may plus subject plus verb plus object or extension. So according to the structure, the sentence starts with may and subject and verb and object. So this is the example of optative sentence, and after the optative sentence we must put full stop. Otherwise this sentence may be wrong according to the lack of full stop. If there is no full stop at the end of the sentences, this sentence may be wrong. If the examiner takes these sentences as a full sentence or correct sentence, the sentence must be right. When we put punctuation marks or full stop. So dear students, you must be concentrate. You must concentrate on using capitalization or punctuation marks in the examination. When we speak out in English, we do not need any kind of punctuation marks, because in our speaking area they are not used. But when we go to write any kind of sentence, any kind of topic, we must use punctuation marks. So punctuation marks only needed to write any kind of topic or sentence. Okay, dear students, and now we will show some other good of full stop. there is abbreviation word. Abbreviation word. Abbreviation word. In every abbreviation word, in case of every abbreviation word, we must put full stop every letter, such as MBBS. MBBS. It is contract form. It is the contraction form of the big words, such as M. M means masters. Sorry, M means medicine. Medicine. B means bachelor. B means bachelor. And S means surgery. There are four specific words in this contraction form. One is M means medicine, B means bachelor, B means bachelor, S means surgery. That means bachelor of medicine and bachelor of surgery. And its contraction form is MBBS. And in case of every letter of contraction form, we must put full stop, MBBS. Okay, dear students, this is another type of rule of full stop. Dear students, now we will learn comma. 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 Dear students, comma is an important item of grammatical rule of punctuation mark, because when we use so many words of the same part of a space, we must write comma after every word, and last of the two words we need the conjunction and before them there is no comma, such as every same kinds of part of speech, such as when we write so many parts of speech of the same, such as noun, there are two nouns or three nouns, there are two adjectives, three adjectives, there are two verbs, three verbs, etc. Same kinds of part of speech. You must mind that, you must remember same kinds of part of speech. Same kinds of part of speech, there are a lot of part of speech in the same kind. Then we must write comma after every part of speech. Such as I got fish, meat, vegetables, and oil. Dear students, look at the sentence. I have used four part of speech. Fish is noun. Meat is noun. Vegetables, noun. And oil is also noun. Dear learner, I have used four nouns in this sentence. And as usual, I have used some comma after fish, after meat, but I do not use, or I cannot use after vegetable, because vegetables and oil are joined with and. So after the last of the two words, we should not use any comma. Okay, dear learner, this is the main rule. And another type of rule, after repeating verb, we must say comma before the reported speech. Suppose he said, He said, I will go to Dhaka tomorrow. Dear students, look at the sentence. I have used a direct narration. He said, it is reporting verb. A reporting verb. And it is reported speech, because reported speech is in the 4 commas. 2 is left and 2 is in the right. And it is reported speech. A reported speech. After reporting verb, if the reporting verb sits at first before the reported speech, we must set comma or we must write comma after the reporting verb. And if the reporting verb sits after reported speech, we must write comma after the reported speech before reporting verb. Dear students, look at the whiteboard. Now I am giving an example of another narration, direct narration, such as she will not go with me, comma, I say. Dear learner, reported speech now is in the first position and reporting verb is in the second position. Reporting verb sits after reported speech. So in this case, or in this area, we must set comma after reported speech, and after reporting verb we must set full stop. We must write full stop. It is reported speech, and it is reporting verb. After reported speech, we must give comma if the reporting verb is in the last position. Okay, dear students, in this area we have to use comma. Dear students, in another type of position we must use comma, such as, now I am trying. Case in apposition. Case in apposition. Apposition means another type of description, another type of familiarity of the person, because some person has a name, and according to the name of his profession, there is a apposition after the person, such as Mr. Nurul Haq. Mr. Nurul Haq, principal of this college, comma, is a learned man. Dear students, I have used an apposition in this sentence. Where I use, or where I have written apposition, try to find out the apposition. Dear students, Mr. Nurul Haq is a name, and its designation or its another identity is principal of this college. It is an identity. If the identity of a person sits after the person, to recognize him, we must use apposition after and before apposition. Case in apposition. After or before the identity. Principal of this school before the identity, and principal of this school after the identity. The apposition must be fenced with 2 commas. Okay, dear student, case in apposition must be fenced or must be covered with 2 commas. Okay, dear learner, today I want to finish my lecture because there is no enough time in my hand. I hope I will again meet you with another type of grammatical rule, another type of punctuation marks next time. And I hope you will practice more and more staying at home, and you will overcome the barrier to sit for the examination this month. And I hope you will do better in the examination. Dear friends, thank you all.